Tell me again why Krampus comes tonight, Mary said. Mary's father picked her up off the floor, spinning her in the air once, and sat with her in his lap. Once upon a time, an evil creature from the woods visited our town. Its eyes were blood red, its fur was as black as a kettle, and it had 2 great big horns. It stalked through our streets every night looking for people to eat. Even though everyone knew of the creature and tried to hide from it, it was able to find someone every night. People could hear its victims screaming as it dragged them off to the woods in its burlap sack. One day, the daughter of the town's toy maker decided to put a stop to the creature's nightly meal. She ventured out of the town and searched the countryside looking for someone who could help her vanquish the monster. She eventually found a cave cut into a mountain with light coming from within. Inside the cave was a powerful sorcerer. She asked the sorcerer if he could help protect her village from the monster. He pulled 2 bracelets off his shelf and said that if the beast were wearing one, and someone dedicated to stopping it wore the other, it would be unable to return to the village. She thanked the sorcerer for his kindness and hurried back to the town. The sorcerer neglected to warn her that the twin bracelets bore a curse. He was just happy to have them out of his cave. When she returned to the town, the creature had eaten many people while she was away. She traveled out to the creature's home in the middle of the forest and confronted it. The creature sat upon an oaken throne and bore a crown of twigs. Bones of its victims lay scattered about the ground. She approached it, even though it looked very hungry, and told it that she could give it away to find even more people to eat. Absolutely interested in this, it agreed to speak with her and told her that it was named Krampus. She concealed one bracelet and offered the other to Krampus. She told it that it would give Krampus the power to fly like the birds to anywhere in the world. This way, Krampus could sample delicacies from distant and exotic lands. When Krampus tried to take the bracelet from her, she held it back. She told it that she would only give it to the Krampus if he agreed never to return to the village. Krampus thought long and hard about this offer. It had grown to appreciate the local flavor and would surely miss it, but the thought of eating people from around the world was far more tempting. It told her that it would agree to leave her village alone, but only if it were allowed one night of feasting per year. It would also only eat the criminals and bad children, so no real harm would be done. With a pit in her stomach, she agreed and signed a contract with her own blood. Krampus took the bracelet and put it on. It asked her how it worked, and it noticed that she had an identical one on her wrist. Krampus tried to lash out at her and take the other one, but its claws passed through as if she were made of smoke. She was so relieved that Krampus would be unable to harm anyone. She then tried to head back to the village. A magical force stopped her 20 feet away from Krampus, and she was unable to move. The curse that the bracelets bore was that whomever wore them would be unable to hurt another, but also unable to leave each other's side. Upon realizing this, she understood that she too must remain in the forest with Krampus to keep her people safe. She was obligated to keep her contract with Krampus, and every year, Krampus would be allowed to come into our town and eat as many people as it pleases. The woman comes with it, giving toys to the mourning families of those that had been eaten.
I don't like Krampus, Papa,
Mary said and hugged her father. None of us do, Mary. That's why we keep the door locked this time of year. Mary looked up and saw that the door was indeed barricaded with a desk. She noticed something move in the window by the door. A being with fur-covered face, crimson eyes, and spiraling horns was staring in at her and her father. She started to cry as it tried to open the door. "Shh! Don't worry, it won't get us tonight," her father said. The rattling doorknob stopped, and the beast moved on. Mary looked up and saw a woman with snow-white hair carrying a sack on her back walk past the window. Defeat was visible across her face. She paused for a moment and looked at Mary and her father safe in their home, and a brief spark of joy crossed her face. She moved on to the next house, standing slightly taller than she had before.